Hello, hi everyone. Sorry for being late. I just came back from run. It's been 1 month I didn't run. That's why. Hi everyone. One minute. Alexa, stop. Just 1 minute. Give me. Hi Mohan. Hi Vikas. Hi Shwarya. Hi Anil. Hi everyone. Yeah, I just came back from run. No time for taking bath. I just read 2 minutes back. So that's why you are seeing me in sleeveless. Okay, just 1 minute. Where am I? Where is my screen? Here you go. Okay. Okay. Let's wait for 1 minute and then I'll start. Today's topic is very, very simple. Again, not much, but I'll teach in and out, which you might have seen in the Snowflake from the thumbnail you might have got. What exactly is the topic? So topic for today is views. We'll see what is views, why we need to create a views, and what are the implication of views in SQL. Okay. Oh, it's lecture 16. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, I've changed the background. I didn't change the background. Just give me 1 minute. Oh, I forgot to change. Sorry. Yeah, here you go. Oh, this is 13. Oh my God, wait. I think it's not updated. Just 1 minute. I'll update it. Minute. Good that you told me. Just let me update quickly. Where is lecture number 17? Yeah, here you go. Now you'll be able to see me. Yeah. Thanks for reminding that. No, 16 it was showing before. I guess so. Now it is fine. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, then. Okay. Where is my PPT? Already I have shared for the resources. Already I have shared today. I'll show you where you can go and download. And yesterday resources also has been shared. Okay. Repository. I quickly go. Analytics, and today is lecture number 17. I think it will take me 40 lecture to finish complete SQL on Snowflake. At least 40, definitely. So we are here in the lecture number 17, views in SQL. Already PPT is there and code you can download it from here. I've shared it. Okay. Yeah. Okay then. Let me open my PowerPoint. And here you go. Okay. So good evening all. Welcome back again to Analytics with Anand. So this is the lecture number 17 of Master Blaster SQL course on Snowflake. We are studying both SQL for the data analytics on the cloud environment, which is completely on the Snowflake side. Okay. So feel free to go through. Those who are lagging, it's a request. Watch other videos before proceeding it. Go it in entirely into sequence. Otherwise, you will break the sequence. Don't try to break the sequence so that you can understand in a very better way. Still, there are many things left in the Snowflake. We have come up just 50%, just almost 50% we have covered. Still 50% is there. That's why I think in total 40 number of slides will be there. I mean, total 40 sessions. This is the session number 17. So I need at least 40 sessions. So probably I'm expecting that this November end, your SQL and Snowflake will get over. Short. You will be mastered in SQL then after that. You don't have to refer any textbook, anything at all. Okay. After that, once Snowflake and SQL gets over, we'll just do the case study. 4 to 5 case study we'll do. Every day I'll come live and we'll do one case study on everyday basis so that you are perfectly ready for any data analyst interview. Right? So that I have kept it already at the end, because once everything gets over, then only it makes sense of doing the case studies and all. Right? Okay. So let me do the slides. So Okay. So these are, so we will talking about views in Snowflake. Now, before discussing views, let me take you straight to the Snowflake environment. Where is my Snowflake? Snowflake, yes. No. Let me log in. No. Now, how my Snowflake or how any cloud environment or any warehouse has been designed. First, you will be having a very big warehouse like a football, right? Then in the football playground, you will be having certain sections, right? One which is very nearer to the goalkeeper or anything, the goalkeeper, that will be really costly. That ticket will be very costly. So that will be the your schemas. Which schema I'm talking? So your entire data warehouse, first you will getting warehouse. So entire warehouse, it will be divided into database. Warehouse will have certain computational power, snow, medium, large, extra large, double XL, triple XL, like that. So your entire warehouse will be divided into database. Then inside database, you will be having schemas. Schemas already have discussed. Then inside schemas, you will be having views. This is how the entire architecture has been designed of the warehouse, right? You will be having views. So what is views? That's what we are going to discuss it today. And inside views, you will be having certain tables. Inside views, you will be having certain tables. You can see inside views, this is the views, right? Schemas inside views. Views may be there, view may not be there. It depends. It depends on the environment, whether we need views or whether we don't need views. Okay. So inside views, you'll be having certain tables, and then accordingly from there, we pick it. Okay. So let's see what exactly is views and why do we need it and what are the limitations and implications of that. Okay. We'll discuss many use cases. I have so many code and everything I have written here. Okay. So let me go to straight to the PPT. Okay. So what is a view? So view allows the result of a query. Views allows the result of a query to be accessed as if it were a table, right? So whenever you are writing select star from any table, you are getting, whenever you are writing any query, you are getting certain number of records, 10 records, 20 records, 100 records, right? So what we are doing, so views will allow the result of a query to be accessed as if it were a table. Consider that the result, whatever you are getting, is stored in some table, right? It's stored in some table. So the query is specified in the create view statement. Syntax, right? It remains the same. How you are creating a table, in the same way you'll be creating a view. So views serve as variety of purpose. Why we are doing it? Including combining, segregating, and protecting data. This is for the data quality. Unilever has hired me in the data quality team only, right? So views serve as a variety of purpose, including combining, segregating, and protecting data. So that certain sections, certain department can only access certain data, right? Suppose I have a table in which I have 20 records. First 10 records, I want that only my account section should address it. Next 10 records, I want certain section of my department should access it. Then in that case, you need views. Okay. Then in that case, you will be needing views. So for example, you can create separate views that meets the needs of different type of employee, such as doctor and accountant at a hospital. So doctor will need complete patient history. Patient history, accountant doesn't need. Why accountant has to worry about the patient history? He is not bothered about. He is there just to take the money, right? Take the fees, whatever the charges of operation or any, whenever you visit any hospital, right? But doctor need the list of all the employees, sorry, list of all the patients who has admitted in the hospital, including their case study, right? Including their case study, right? So views can be used almost anywhere that a table can be used. Joins, subqueries, everywhere you can use. So this is nothing but a table which you are creating. In the lame terminology, understand it. Whenever you are writing any query in SQL, whatever the output you are getting, you are storing it somewhere, right? You are storing it somewhere. Say, for example, right? You are storing it somewhere. That storage location is called a view in the lame simple terminology. For example, so all type of medical problems for each patient. So all type of medical problem for each patient. Let me take you to the lab, then you will understand it better. Okay. Let me take you to the lab. So first of all, example, first line is always yours. Use database, demo database. I am using this database. So this will be always with the first command. A statement got executed. First command will always be, of course, table we need it. Table we need it. We'll be creating a table. So I'm creating a table, AJ hospital table, where I am giving the column as patient ID, which is integer, patient name, which is varchar, billing address, varchar, diagnosis, varchar, treatment, varchar, and cost I am giving number with 10 digits. Cost can go up to 10 lakh rupees also. Heart transplant, suppose it is there, 20 lakh, 23 lakhs, it goes, and 2 decimal places I am giving it. So we all are aware of this command, right? Let me create this. Let me create this. So this is created. This is created. This is created. Next, I want the data. I want the data. So let me insert few data. I'm inserting few data. Okay. Just a random data. Just a random data I'm inserting. Just a random data I'm inserting. Okay. Let me insert it. Number of rows inserted 5. Number of rows inserted. Let's describe the table and see the structure. Yeah, we know this. So it has given you the structure, column, 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 all are column. We have know this varchar has this much of range, right? Number 10 to, there's no primary key. That's why null. They have not given any check constraint. I have not given any default value, right? I have not commented. I have not talked about any of the policies and also all will be null because I'm not giving anything at all, right? Next, I'm creating view for doctor. Now listen very carefully. Doctor needs patient ID, patient name, diagnosis, treatment. Doctor is not bothered about the cost. Doctor is not bothered about the cost, although doctor may be, but doctor is not bothered about the cost. He doesn't want to see the patient list, how much cost he has paid. Only he wants to see the patient ID, patient name, diagnosis, and treatment. Maybe this views is created by the head of the hospital. He doesn't want doctor to know how much I am charging. He doesn't want doctor to know how much I am charging, right? He doesn't want doctor to know how much I am charging. He should be always be knowing your patient ID, patient name, diagnosis, treatment. Diagnosis, treatment. Then in that case, I'll be creating view. You will say, sir, why you're creating view? You could have ran this query directly. You could have ran this query directly, but doctor won't be given access to this table. That's the reason I'm creating view. Doctor won't be having access to the table. Why he need a hospital database? It's my hospital. I should be having access. Why he or she should be having it? He or she should be having only with respect to the patient. Only with respect to the patient. So that's why I'm creating this. Sir, how we save the table of as a query run with some other name in the Snowflake? I have creating, no? Create or replace table. Table name you can give, Mohan. Create or replace table. I have discussed this, Mohan, already in one of the video. Snowflake hacks. Refer my video of Snowflake hack. Mohan, this is especially for you. Refer my video of Snowflake hack. I think lecture number 6 or lecture number 7 is there. Okay. In that way, you'll get your answer. And that you will get your answer. Okay. Yeah. So a doctor needs only the patient ID, patient name, diagnosis, and treatment. So I'm creating a view. Create or replace view, AJ doctor view. Let's run this and see. Let's run this and see, and let's describe this. So doctor won't be having anything related to the cost. There's no cost appearing it here. There's no cost appearing it here. Right? Okay. David saying lecture number 9. Yeah. Just search Mohan lecture number 9. Okay. So let's see the doctor what he is having. So we are having doctor. Doctor is having the patient ID, patient name, diagnosis, what diagnosis he or she has done, and then the treatment, what has been done on that. Sir, then why not to create a table doctor only? Why? Yeah, Nilam, very good question. Keep that answer for the last. Keep that answer for the last. I'll answer that. Very good question. I'll answer that question. You might be thinking, why not create a table? Why not create a table, right? Why not create a table? I'll come to that limitation later on. It is a virtual table at runtime only, or it's like a table created in the database permanently. I'll come to that question. Park that question for the time being. Okay, park that question for the time being. Yeah, I've just started. I know this question will come, so just wait for that. Okay, suppose I'm creating a view. I'm giving the access of patient ID, patient name, diagnosis, and treatment. The big picture why we are creating views is for the security purpose. Is for the security purpose. Okay, it's for the security purpose. So describe view, I have shown you, and then describe this doctor. I have described this doctor also, right? Now, I can create an AJ accountant view. Accountant need patient ID, patient name, billing address. Accountant doesn't have to do with the diagnosis or treatment. I'm not giving him the access. I'm not giving him the access, right? I'm not giving him the access. So that's in that case, I'm creating an AJ accountant view. In that case, I'm creating an AJ accountant view. Again, let's describe. Again, let's describe. Okay. Select star from AJ accountant view. So accountant will have the patient ID, patient name, billing address, and the cost. Billing address and the cost. He doesn't want to know what patient has gone to diagnosis and all. I have not given him the access. I have not given him the access. Okay. I have not given him the access. Right. So this was the overview. Neelam and Manisha, park your question for the time being. I'll answer that at the end. Okay. So show all the type of medical problem for each patient. So select distinct diagnosis from doctor view. Suppose I want what all diagnosis doctor has done. So what I'll do? Distinct is the keyword. Distinct is the keyword, right? Distinct is the keyword. I know. What are the distinct diagnoses he has done? Industrial disease, python bite, dog bite, dengue, and accident. So he has access all these diagnoses, which he has done. Okay? Which he has done. Correct? So this was the basics. Next. So the cost of all, see this. Show all the cost of each treatment without showing personally identifying information about specific patient. When you work with the client, this is called PII, personal identifiable information. You're not supposed to leak out that PII data. PII data. Whenever you go to any customer care and you want, sir, I want to know the details of my friend's phone number, they won't tell you because they are PII information. Only the police, if they go, they have a valid reason, then only they'll give it to them. They'll say, just lodge an FIR and all. So suppose I want to find the cost of each treatment without showing personally identifying about specific patient. Then in that case, what we'll do? Then in that case, what we'll do? Then in that case, what I should do? I will do select treatment. I want the treatment cost. Treatment cost. Now treatment is present in the doctor view. Treatment is present in the doctor view. Cost is present in the accountant view. So I can use both. I can use both. So select treatment, comma cost from doctor view as DV. This is the alias I am giving. This is the alias I am giving, and accountant view as AV. So I'm giving two tables. Doctor view, I'm calling it as DV. Accountant view as I'm calling AV. Why do we need two? Because this is present in different views. This is present in different views. You will tell again, sir, why you are not accessing from the table? Table access has not been exposed to you. Table access I have not given to you. Say, for example, you have already doctor view. You have access for the doctor view. You have access for the patient view. You don't have the access of the patient. No. Table join correct. No. I'm not doing cross join. Who said I'm not doing cross join? So select treatment cost from doctor view as DV, accountant view. There are two tables. I'm picking one data from the table, one data from the accountant, and how I am joining them on patient ID. Normal join I am doing. I'm doing on patient ID. So whenever patient is present in the doctor view and the same patient is present in the accountant view, club them. Club them. Your patient ID is the primary key. Club them and give me the information. Club them and give me the information. Right? Normal join I am doing. Just table A, table B. I'm pulling one information from table A, another information from table B, and I'm joining what? So whenever you are pulling information from two different tables, you have to use on what basis you are pulling. How you will join it? Where condition I have given, where AV.patient ID is equals to DV.patient ID. Only if there is a match between the patient ID in the two view, then only it should give me. Right? Then only it should give me. Suppose patient has walked in directly, he has entered in the what do you say? OPD, right? Outpatient department. He went to the OPD, he given his name, he didn't pay any amount, right? He didn't pay any amount, just a normal checkup he has done, right? For which he doesn't have to pay anything at all, right? He just, the nurse there checked his pulse and all, they tell you are fine and all, but she didn't charge, say for example, although they will charge you 200, 300 bucks, but she didn't charge you. So in that case, cost won't come. Only the patient is registered under the treatment, but he has not paid any cost. So for that patient, I won't be having any details, right? So that's why I'm creating two views. In the real scenario, you will be only having access of the view. You won't be having access of any table. Client will give you access of the view only, right? Read access will be given to you. Read access will be given to you. Without declaring primary key, we can perform this operation, right? Yes, because Snowflake doesn't enforce primary key, Omkar. Snowflake doesn't enforce primary key. It gives the user. It gives the user that consider your patient ID to be the primary key. Don't give the duplicate values. I'm assuming I will be running auto increment. I will run auto increment on the patient ID. Automatically, whenever patient comes, the new ID gets generated. Already I have covered this in my auto increment class. Right? That also you can do, or you can define the primary key on that. But Snowflake doesn't enforce. Whereas your SQL Workbench and other things, they enforce it. Okay. If you give duplicate values, it will give you a null. Right? Okay. So this is the one. This is the one. Next is, what is this? Okay. So there are two types of views. Now, there are two types of views. So Snowflake support two types of views, non-materialized views and materialized view. Now, this topic is very, very in-depth, which I cannot cover it today. I will discuss this in separate session, but I'll give you a big picture. Non-materialized view and materialized view. There are two kinds of views. One is the materialized, one is the non-materialized. So non-materialized is simply referred to as views. So whatever views you are creating, the basic view, that is referred by default by non-materialized. Think of it as an alias. And other is materialized view. So what are these? What are these? Again, I told you, beginning views we create for the security purpose. So we'll see what are these. So we'll see what are these. I'll give you the big picture, and then in-depth analysis we'll do in the subsequent classes. In-depth analysis we'll do in the subsequent, because this is a very huge topic, very, very huge topic, which you should know from the scratch. Okay. So type of views, this one. Yes. So let's talk first about the non-materialized view. So the term view generally refers to all type of views. So this is the big terminology, view. All type of views it refers. However, the term is used here to refer specifically to non-materialized view. So what is non-materialized view? It is a view is basically a named definition of a query. Query you are running, any query, select star from this table where country is equals to India and age is equal to this. Suppose you want to pull some information from any country and for any particular age. So you're giving it an output. Suppose you want to store it somewhere as a table form or as a, what do you say? I'm giving the name to that query. Whenever I will call that name, it will give me that information. That information is called nothing but a view. So in non-materialized views, results are created by executing the query at the time that the view is referenced in a query. The results are not stored for future use. Someone has commented, and Neelam and Manisha, you have asked this doubt. No, that's why I told you a little bit wait for that. So this is not used for, this is not stored for future use. That's the answer to your question. In table, you are storing it, but views, you are not storing it, right? Anas Khan has rightly said, views is like a snapshot of our table. That's why we don't need to create another table. You are saving the cost. Each table will have a memory, and memory allocated on the cloud will incur you cost. That's why the results are not stored for future load. So it's like a snapshot. Very right word Anas has used, right? So it is like a snapshot. Once again, I will close the fan. I think some sound is coming from. 1 minute, wait. Okay. Yeah. So I was telling this, right? Correct. So it is like a snapshot. You are not saving the condition. Many a times client will tell you, Anand, I need a view on this. For the view, for the output part, client just needed the query, whatever query you have used, just create a view and send it to him, right? Means just a temporary table created at runtime. Yes, very good example. We can say it's just a temporary table created at runtime. That also we can say. Yes. So performance is slower than the materialized view. So non-materialized view is slower than the materialized view. Still, we have not seen what is non-materialized. So what is materialized? So don't worry. So non-materialized views are the most common type of views. Non-materialized view, the views which we are discussing, is the most common type of view. Any query expression that returns a valid result can be used to create a non-materialized view, such as selecting some or all columns in a table. I want few columns, I can do that. So view is available till we exit the snowflake. View is available till we exit the snowflake. Till we exit the snowflake, you mean, achhe, yeah. That, in that way, other way of saying that. So selecting a specific range of data in table column, I want a certain range of table. I want a certain range of table in table column. Then in that case, joining data from 2 or more table. Just now I showed you joining data from 2 or more views also it can be done, right? So any expression, query expression that returns a valid result can be used to create a non-materialized view. And these are the given situation where you want to selecting some or all columns in a table, selecting a specific range of data in table column, joining data from 2 or more tables. So 90% of the time you will be working with table and you will be working with the views. Okay, you will be working with the tables and you will be working with the views. Got it? So this is one point. Next, that what is materialized view? First, I'm giving you the big picture. Then what is materialized view? A materialized view is a pre-computed data set derived from a query specification, the select in the view definition and stored for later use. So if you want to store for later use, then you do it for the materialized view. Then it is done for the materialized view. So all the views which you see in the Snowflake by default appearing in the Snowflake sample data are a part of this materialized view because we are storing it for the later use, right? And the public access has been given to the general public so that they can use it. Although a materialized view is named as though it were a type of view, in many ways it behaves more like a table. So there's more or less. So materialized view is nothing but a table. Materialized view is nothing but the table. Then why the hell we are studying the views then? Then what is the use of materialized view? We'll see. Okay, have patience. So because the data is, because the data is pre-computed, querying a materialized view is faster than executing a query against the base table of the view. So views are optimized in such a way it is very fast, right? That's why the reason we are not creating a table, we are creating views. That's why client will expect you more and more number of views. more and more number of views, right? Querying a materialized view is faster than executing a query against the base table of the view. So a materialized view results are stored almost as though the table were table. So it's nothing different. Materialized view is nothing but a table. Why? We are creating materialized view because it is very much faster. Okay, it is very much faster. This allows faster access but requires storage space and active maintenance, both which incur additional cost. So this is not cheaper, right? All the security wise it is fine, but this is not cheaper. Cloud itself is not cheap. Cloud is very, very costly because it gives you agility, that freedom, then computational. You don't have to install anything at all. Everything, you just need an account and bingo, it will work. But which will incur additional cost. It is giving anything which is fast, right? Anything which is fast has a cost. iPhone has a cost associated with, because it is super ultra fast. That's why. So the performance difference can be significant where a query is run frequently or is sufficiently complex. In reality, when you're working as a data analyst, you will write a lot of complex queries by involving multiple joins, right? By involving multiple joins. So as a result, materialized views can speed up expensive aggregation, projection, and selection operation, especially those that run frequently and that run on a large data sets. And that run on a large data set. And in reality, you will be working with a data set which has millions and millions of records, Okay. So in addition, materialized view has some restriction than non-materialized view. We'll see much into detail in the next classes, in the subsequent classes, difference between materialized and non-materialized, when to use, how to use, what is the implication, what is the speed, what is the performance, what is the criteria, in what case we have used. Everything will be discussed in great detail, not in today's class, because views is not a 1 hour journey, right? It will take time. That's why. Okay. So I have given you in this class the big picture, right? So materialized views can improve performance because they are stored permanently. So material views are designed to improve performance. It contains a copy of the subset of the data in a table. So basically, a replica of the table of the data in a table gets created in the materialized views. Depending upon the amount of data in the table and in the materialized view, scanning the materialized view can be much faster than scanning the table. Yesterday, we have seen that rolls and cubes. You remember? Rolls and cubes. What is the beauty of rolls and cubes? You have seen the beauty. In the same way, that's the beauty of the views. It is much, much faster. You were talking of the sir code optimization, bataiye. So this is what I'm here for, right? So whenever it's a requirement, use views. But again, the cost will be involved with this, right? It depends how many data sets you are handling. If it's a small data set, go with the table creation and all, right? If it's a huge data set, discuss with your manager whether we need a views or whether we need with a table. After discussion, you can go ahead, right? That discussion you'll be having with your team members, so you don't worry. To partition, we view to create. तो पार्टीशन तो भी क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. व्यूज एंड पार्टीशन में क्या डिफरेंस है? पार्टीशन इंटरनली होता है ना. अच्छा, वो पार्टीशन आई डिडंट गेट यू. व्हिच पार्टीशन यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट? द ग्रुप बाय partition internally which Snowflake creates, or the partition which we created using window function, that you're talking? Window function partition you're talking, Manisha. Which partition you're talking? There are two partitions. One partition which is internally created in the Snowflake, that is entirely different. That is more related to the architecture. No, just a table. Oh, that I'll discuss in the window function. What is the implication of partition? Again, the cost will be involved and the speed is very slow when you're creating a partition, right? Imagine if I divide your room into various partition. Snowflake does partition. No, my first class of Snowflake, internal participant, 16 MB, 3 copy. You forgot. So there are two partitions. One is the internal and one is the views, and partitions are different, right, Anil? Yeah. So partition not in this class. Don't mix up. Partition I'll take in. This is not a separate class at all. That is entirely different topics. So materialized views also support clustering, and you can create multiple materialized views on the same data with each materialized view being clustered on a different column. Clustering, I'll talk about clustering later on, so that different queries can each run on the view with the best clustering for that query. What is clustering? What is materialized view? Everything will be discussed separately, right? Everything will be discussed separately. Today's topic was just the big picture of view, where and what, why you will use the views, where and why you will use the views. So materialized views are designed to improve query performance for workload composed of common repeated query pattern. Every monthly client needs a report, and you are creating a view, you can go then with the views in that case. Like a master table, which I keep talking about. So this is like a master views, which you can create because it's a repeated query pattern. Every month you have to run, every week you have to run, right? However, materializing intermediate results incur additional cost. Everything costs are involved, okay? As such, before creating any materialized view, you should consider whether the costs are offset by the savings from reusing this result frequently enough. So again, in daily scrum call with your manager, with your team, it's not that mera man kiya to maine views bana diya. No, you have to discuss this with your senior department, senior manager, whether you'll ask your manager whether I can create views here or you want my table to be created, right? Okay, because views are much faster. So if your data set is used, like I work for the data set which has 27 TBs of data, 27 TBs, right? So I need to ask whether they need views, whether they need table. So they told me, no, Anand, let's go with the table only. So I created a table. So it's basically whatever after you're discussing with your senior manager and whosoever your team lead and all, if they says, then go ahead, right? It's just based on the requirements which will be creating it. So for more info, working with the materialized view, you can click here, Snowflake document. Entirely a very big scenario has come up, which I don't want to discuss it today. It's very entirely, you will get confused. So entirely in the different class, we'll do this. Then something called secure views also. Both non-materialized and materialized views can be defined as secure. Secure views have advantage over standard views, including improved data privacy and data sharing. However, they also have some performance impact to take into consideration. Again, for more, check out in the documentation. That's why I have given you the documentation, because I don't want to go into the complete detail right now, right? That is not important as much as possible as of now. Okay, later on we'll find how it is different with indexing. Indexing is again different concept. Indexing is altogether again a different concept. Okay, indexing is all again a different concept. I'll cover that also. So what are the advantages of views? Views enable writing more modular code. Views can help you to write cleaner, more modular SQL code. For example, suppose that your hospital database has a table listing information about all employees. You can create views to make it convenient to extract information about only the medical staff or only the maintenance staff. You can even create hierarchies of views. You can create hierarchy, complete hierarchy. For example, you can create one view for the doctor and one for the nurses, and then create the medical staff view by referring the doctor view and nurse view. Two views I'm creating, one for the doctor and one for the nurse. Then I'm creating for the medical staff, because medical staff will go to the doctor, medical staff will go to the nurse also, because they have an interaction with both people. Then using these views, I can create a view for the doctor. I can create a view for the nurse. I can create a view for the nurse. This is what I'm doing. Let's see this in the lab also. So I'm creating an employee table. Employee table has also been created. Doctor, nurse, and janitor, medical staff. So create view doctor as select star from employee, where title is equals to doctor. This is what view is known for. Whenever any query you are running, that you are saving as a named query. What I'm naming this query? I'm naming this query as doctor. Then again, I'm creating one view, select star from employee, where title is equals to nurse. So again, I'm creating into the nurse. So two view already have created, doctor and nurse. Then I'm creating third view and medical staff. Third view is nothing but a union of this. Union means you are combining two table. Distinct records. Distinct, not the duplicates. Make sure union gives you distinct record. Union all will gives you duplicate records. Okay, we need distinct. That's why we're doing this. Roles and cube, distinct doesn't work. I've told you roles and cubes take union all, right? We have seen that already. So here we are taking two views we have created, doctor and nurse, and then I'm combining and I'm giving it to the medical staff. That's the beauty. That's why we go for the views. Let's see in the lab. I think I have created this already. So today I'm giving you just a big picture of how views has been created. Okay, this one we have seen, right? Treatment and cost. Yeah, treatment and cost we have seen. Now, okay. So where was I? 1 minute. Yeah, this one. So create and replace employee. And then I'm running this. 1 second. Table is created. And doctor I'm creating with the doctor. What happened? Wait. Doctor already exists. So what is the command used? Create or replace. This is the beauty of this command. Create or replace view. Okay. Let me create quickly this. Then again, create or view. Always use create or replace. Widely used. Okay. So that you can save your error. Create or replace view nurse. Select star from nurse. Now I can create view, create or replace view medical staff as select star from doctor, union select star from nurse. So this is the view I'm creating for the medical staff. Then I can have all the for medical staff, doctor and nurse, right? Whatever the values I'm having, I can play with. I can pick it from here, right? I can pick it from here. That's how we create a view. You can also create role and give access to. Yes, role I'll discuss only later on. Role I'm not discussing today. Role is entirely a different topic, right? Role everything I'll discuss. Everything I'm discuss. I'm just giving today you the big picture. Policies will be created like in AWS. We create a policy, we create an access. Everything will be discussed. Okay. So that's how it is. And then you run the select staff, medical staff, you'll get doctor and nurse, which are the medical staff from that particular views. Okay. Advantage of views. Now, to answer your question, in many cases, rather than writing one large and difficult to understand query, you can decompose the query into smaller pieces and create a view for each of those pieces. This is the best practice I have been teaching you all right from the first class. Always write small query and decompose it. Always write small query and decompose it. This I have learned from the manager. He only taught me. Earlier, I used to write very large query. He told, no, Anand, always try to write small query and decompose it. Yes, always write to small query. Even we can use call. Call means function call you're telling. Function call and stored procedure you're taking. Dr. T. Ranjit Kumar Reddy. Function call you're telling. Yeah. So this not only make the code easier to understand, but in many cases, it also makes the code easier to debug, because you can debug one view at a time rather than the entire query. So debugging becomes very easy. One view can be referenced by many different queries. So views help increase code reuse. Views help with code reuse. This is the one. Next, views allows granting access to a subset of a table. This is the reason we are studying views. Subset of a table. I am giving certain access of the rows. You saw nurse and doctor I have created for the medical staff. So views allows you to grant access to just portion of the data in a table. For example, suppose you have a table of medical patient record. The medical staff should have access. The medical staff should have access to all the medical information, diagnosis, but not the financial information. For example, the patient credit card number. The patient credit card number, which credit card the patient has used. Why he should be knowing that. The accounting staff should have access to the billing related information, such as the cost of each of the prescription given to the patient, but not the private medical data, such as the diagnosis of a mental health condition, right? These are very confidential. So you can create two separate views, one for the medical staff we have seen, one for the billing staff, so that each one of these role sees only the information needed to perform their job. And we'll assign the policies based on that. Right? We'll assign the certain policy, certain restriction on that. For security purpose, we are giving subsets of the data. Yes, views allows this because you can grant privilege, select grant privilege. I have discussed the grant command, grant privilege on a particular view to a particular role without the grantee role giving privilege to the table underlying the view. So you don't have to grant the entire table, just grant the subset of a data. Suppose 10 million records you are having, you want the first 1,000 records only is beneficial for that person. So you create a view and send it to him. Simple. Why he or she should be having access to the entire table? Table he should not expose to them. Table should not be exposed to them. Right? So the medical staff would not have privilege on the data table, but would have privilege on the view showing diagnosis and treatment. The accounting staff would not have privilege on the data table, but would have the privilege on the view showing billing table. Yes. Roles, this is the one. Yes. Correct. Yeah, right, Anil. Okay. So what is the limitations then? What is the limitation then? The definition for a view cannot be updated. You cannot run your alter command, which you create on table. Alter table, suppose you want to add any column, you want to drop any primary key, you want to add any default value. We use alter command, DML command, right? Correct. So definition for a view cannot be updated. That is, you cannot use alter view or alter materialized view to change the definition of a view. Every time you have to create a new view then. To change a view definition, you must recreate the view with the new definition. There is no other way. There is no other way. So that's why security purpose, it is much secure. If I run, okay, suppose if anyone tries to alter this view definition, then what is the point of view then? It is not secure. If I want to change this views, then it is not secure. So you must recreate the view with the new definition. Changes to a table are not automatically propagated to views created on the table. Most hot favorite question for the interviewer. Most hot favorite question. And the entire session, this is one line, is the key of this. Key of this session. Changes to a table are not automatically propagated. This is the best use case. Suppose you're working on any views you have created. Every time you're updating it, but you don't want client to see that. Already client need a certain data. He'll tell, Anand, give me the details from September month till September end month. You have created the views. Now you are updating, but his views won't get updated. Right? So in that case, you will be sending him the views. You cannot change the order of column. Name of columns can't be updated. Any column created cannot be appended. Yes, you cannot do anything. This is the beauty of views. That's why it is very highly secure. It is highly secure. Now, table, suppose you're connected to the Power BI. Any changes, if you are changing to the table, he or she will also see any changes. Suppose you don't want him to see the changes. Best use case is the create a view and tata bye-bye. Share with him. Right? For example, if you drop a column in the table, views on that table might become invalid. Yes, this is also a very case. Suppose if you drop column in a table, views on that table might become invalid also. That can be a case. If I'm dropping any table, views on that table might become invalid. Views are for the read access only. You cannot execute data manipulation language such as alter commands directly on a view. However, you can use a view in a subquery. This is fine. You can use the views in a subquery within a DML statement that updates the underlying base table. Yes, this can be done. What I have done, you can use a view in a subquery within a DML statement that updates the underlying base table. So select average cost from accountant view. Okay, you have the access of accountant view. I want the average cost. So average cost, suppose it came, say for example, 20,000. Okay, 20,000 average cost from accountant view. Now what I need, delete from hospital table. I can delete the table. I am not updating the view. I can delete the table. Delete from hospital table where cost greater than 20,000. This will work. You can use views in a subquery, right? You can use view subquery. Views are sort of connected and disconnected at the same time to the main. Yes, correct. You can say views are sort of connected also and disconnected also at the same time to the main table. Correct. So this is the beauty of views which you will be using it. Right. Let's execute this query and see it. What exactly we are having. Okay. Everything I've written. Delete from hospital table where average cost is select. Average cost from hospital table does not exist. Maybe what is the table I have created? AJ hospital table, I think. Let me check. What is the hospital name? AJ hospital table. Okay. And this is AJ accountant view. Always gives your initial. Okay. So number of rows deleted is 1. So if you do select star, 1 row might have gone. Okay. This will work. This will work. Okay. This will work. 4 rows. 1 row got deleted. The average cost, which is more than 20,000, that got deleted. Okay. No, average cost is not 20,000. Whatever is the average cost, sum of all the 5 rows, that got deleted. Right? Now, what is materialized view? What are all those views? That I will discuss that tomorrow session or maybe some other day. Top N queries also have not discussed because top N queries is supported by Oracle. And in your Snowflake cloud, there is a rank, dense rank, and row number, which I have to discuss in the window function. That's why I have not started today's class with the top N queries. That I'll discuss separately in the window function. Okay. Now, if you want to read about materialized and non-materialized view and get prepared for maybe tomorrow's class or whenever I take, I have given the link which you can go and refer it. What are secured views? What are materialized views? Anyhow, I'll be teaching it. What is the beauty of this materialized view and all, but not in today's class. So this is all about views, just a short form. Let me show you this one also. The views which I have created for my company when I was working. Let me check. Where is that? Not sure where is that. I need to search it. 1 minute. It should be there. All in one script. Let me check. Where is this? I think somewhere it was there. Not in this. Not in this. Okay, here it is not there. Somewhere it was there. It is not there. No, these are the case statement. Wait, in some of the values, I think I have pasted it. Let me check, which I can show you then. Here it is also not there. Click hacks, it is there. No, it is not there. And update alter. This is there. No, in this also it's not there. I have created. See, I have created. This is I work for the client. I'm showing you the real client code. Okay, I'm showing you the real client code. Create or replace view. I have created one view. What I have given the client? Source name, process name, validation date, run date, line indicator. I've chosen all the column. And then what I'm doing it, max as latest created date. I'm checking all the source name and process name, which is my latest source name or process name, which I'm following. How much is my record count and how much is my other thing. And then I'm grouping it. So this is the real use case, which I'm showing you, right? And then I will share this with the client and he can have the access, he or she, whosoever it is. Okay, whosoever it is. You can also drop view. You can also drop view. This I am doing alter on table, altering on the table. Yeah, so here I have created, right? And have joined it also. In join case, I'll discuss this later, right? And I am doing the inner join this. So in the real case, mostly it's like a 50-50. 50% of the time you'll be working on the table and 50% of the time you'll be working on the views, right? And then you'll be working from the views. Correct? Okay, so that's why this I wanted to showcase it to you, right? This is small code I have written for the client because they wanted from the latest created date, what is my source name, process name, validation date, run date, line indicator, how much is my total records getting updated on that particular day. Max record date will also always give the latest date, right? So they want to know which process is currently running on. Yeah. Joins are like 30-40%. Yes, yes. Joins, so it's a hot favorite. Joins is your heart. Joins is your heart of your entire SQL. Without join, no interview can happen in the world. No. I have never seen any SQL interview without join. It cannot happen at all. Joins will be discussed entirely at the end, right? Because that is the most important topic that I want to do. Don't try until unless basic SQL gets over, then only we'll be covering join. Okay. So this was all about your views. Materialized view, non-materialized view, I'll discuss in the separate session because that is entirely a big picture. So you should first have an understanding of what is the big picture of views. सारा कॉलम यूज ही कर लिया है तो फिर व्यूज क्रिएट करने नहीं कौन यूज किया सारा कॉलम नहीं I didn't use it. Who used all the columns? I didn't use all the columns. Where I have used all the columns? Who said I'm using all the columns? No. Then what's the point of using the column? No. He didn't use a column. Yeah, that's what I didn't use all columns. See, I think Manisha didn't focus. Where I've used? I've used as these columns. There are 100 columns. No. Only specific columns I used. I cannot show you the client table. No, I cannot use the client table. Right? I have used only some 10 column. Entire table. This table will be retirement AUD copy. This might be very big table. There are like 100, 200 columns. Only selected column use. Yes. Otherwise, what's the point? Right? You can also use the all column, but for the separate section, which I have told you in this, you can use it. There's no hard and fast rule. See, Manisha, I have used all. I have used all the columns, select star, but I have given the where clause. I've given the where clause. Certain restriction I have given. Right? They have not seen the volume of data. Yes. If you see the real volume of data, and if you see the real column, there are more than 100 columns. More than 100 columns. I have worked with data which has like 200 to 300 columns. So I'm picking only the reference one. And how do you don't know that? By analyzing the data, by working in the real company. When you work, then you will see it. And your manager will help you on this. Which are the columns to pick it? Of course, you won't be knowing it. Which are the columns to pick it? So your manager or inline manager will tell you which all column you will be picking it up. Right? Which are the business columns? There are certain columns, there are 100 columns. Certain are business column, certain are data column. So you always pick the business column. Okay. That's all. Got it? And accordingly, the access will be given on that particular views. Access policies, that also I'll discuss in the later one. I have told you only the 50% of the Snowflake I have covered and 50% of the Snowflake. So 50% of the SQL. In the real sense, you have not seen. When the join will come, when case studies will come, then I'll call all the data analysts from across the world. Even I have so many things planned up for you. So don't worry. There are many case studies. It's not like this YouTube channel I've started, just finish the portion and jump to the next topic form. No. Until unless we study the case studies and all, it won't work. Yeah, Kaggle datasets don't have so many columns to understand the real scenario. It is just to understand how to start your career in it. Yes. Correct? Yes. So that's why I have showed you that one. Only I have picked the certain columns of the doctor and medical staff, right? Nurse will have access to certain patient. Then doctor will have the access of the entire patient data. Accountant section will have the data related to the finance. That's how the real case works, right? Okay. Yeah. Just to understand how big picture is, why we are creating views. This will be the hot favorite question for the interviewer. Why you want views and what are the limitation of views? Everything I have covered. Refer my slides, notes, and everything I have pinged you in the this one already in my GitHub. Go and then try. Okay. Clear? And then definitely we'll discuss all the case studies. Without case studies, you won't understand. I'll give you a business problem. What are the client needs? Right. I'll give you the business problem. What are the client needs? And then from there, we can take it. Okay. That's all for today. See you then tomorrow. Okay. Views can be used to place selected column. Yes, Ranjit. Absolutely right. Yes. Yeah, we'll talk more about the materialized and non-materialized and secure views. Wait. Views has not been over. Only the 50% of views got over. When I'm discussing materialized view, non-materialized view, secure view, how to do that, what are the implication and all, cost, performance, everything will be discussed. That's why I wanted to discuss that in a separate session. Otherwise, this session will become 3 hours, right? Not beyond 1 hour. I don't want to stretch beyond 1 hour. Study in bits and pieces and try to integrate it. That's how you learn effectively. Okay. Okay, then I'll go take bath. Then enjoy. Yeah. See you then tomorrow. Yeah, sorry. Tomorrow I may not be available. I told you tomorrow is Friday, right? I might have to go out. Right? I might have to go out. So I may not be available tomorrow. So tomorrow there might be not class. So check out my community section. Guys, so far I don't know whether you have checked my community section or not. Check out my community section. Those who are watching this. Let me open my YouTube. So there only I will notify you all. If class is happening, you will get the thumbnail and all. You'll be able to see live. It's coming. Right? So currently I'm live here. So if you see tomorrow, say for example, let me open my channel. Okay. Then yeah, check out the community. Here I'll post it. Okay. Here I'll post it tomorrow. No class today. So check out this. If I'm having class, you will see the thumbnail. If by 6 or 7 o'clock, you are not seeing any thumbnail, that means class won't be there tomorrow. Okay. So enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy your Friday evening. If you are not having class, watch out Netflix and enjoy. Learn in bits and pieces, and then don't be in a hurry for a job. You will get a job. Right? You will get a job. So don't be in a hurry. And don't get panicked seeing I'm not able to solve the lead code problem and all. Nobody's asking you the lead code problem. Don't worry at all. I have never solved a single lead code problem, nor I have visited a single time. Still, I have a job, right? So master your concept. If you have mastered your concept, no one will ask you. If you have understand joins, if you have understand window function, if you can understand views, if you can understand the date function, if you can understand topic by topic, master that. Right? No need to solve lead problem. This I'm telling you openly. Those who are telling you need to solve lead problem, and no, not at all required. Who's telling you to solve that? No. Don't drag unnecessary into unnecessary stuff. Focus on the concept building. That's why we are here. I'll discuss with you 5 use case. You master that only. No one will stop you from any data analytics interview. No one can stop you. Right? A guy has shown on LinkedIn recently a very interesting Power BI visualization. I commented, no one can stop you from entering into the Power BI world. He has become master in that. Everything, best practices he has followed. I would have loved to show that, but I don't know where I have commented. Okay. Everything he has followed, whatever I have told him. So he has mastered all the concepts. So any Power BI interview, if it comes, he will ace it. So work on the core functionality, work on building the concepts, right? Work on building the concepts, right? Yes, by solving case studies, Dylan, case studies. Case studies, I'll make you practice. First, understand everything, how SQL works. See, when a kid is born, why we teach them ABCD? Why we have to teach the ABCD? Why cannot we teach him that learn the spelling of orange, learn the spelling of apple? He can't, he or she can't. He has to understand ABCD. Then only he will learn the word. Then only he and she will learn the sentence. Then only he will learn the paragraph. Then only he will learn the story building. Then I'll tell him, write an essay on India of my dreams. Then he can write. So bits by bits, you're understanding my point, right? So try to work in that way. Try to work in that day. Don't unnecessarily drag yourself into solving the lead problem. And no, it is not recommended as of now. Work on the concept. Okay, sir has taught me views. Let me understand views from complete angle. What are the limitations? In which case I'll be using views? Why views? Why not table? If I'm using views, what are my cost complications? What are my table complications? In and out, try to analyze from all angles. So when you analyze from all angle, interview will become a cakewalk for you, right? Any question interview will ask, you will ace him or her, whosoever it is asking. We'll do mock interview also. So don't worry, there are many things lined up. So many things lined up. This is an entire 6 months journey, 6 to 8 months journey. 6 months it will take for me also, right? Snowflake will take you 2 months. Power BI will take you 2 months. If because every day I'll be coming here, and then your Python will take 2 months, 2 to 6 months. Excel will see after that. SQL, Power BI, and then Python. 3 things. If you master it, no one can stop you entering into the analytics world. Yeah, give 6 months, a dedicated 6 months of your time, and then you can ace it. Study with me only 1 hour. Even if you're not studying the entire day, doesn't matter. You study 1 hour with me, more than sufficient. At least in 6 months, you'll be able to know something, right? In 6 months, you'll be able to know something. You'll be able to appear the interview, even if you don't have got any practice. You practice with me. I'm making you practice. I'm sharing you all the code, PPT and all. Immediately after the class, refer immediately, copy paste the code, try, execute it, and you're good to go. Right? At least that concept will be crystal clear in your mind. Correct? Got my point? So that's how. First, let's integrate it completely. And at the end, we will flash the business process and I will tell you how to write the query or how the code optimization. I will tell you 2-3 ways to write the same code, right? Which is your efficient code. Then you have to pick out of them. Power BI or Tableau, which is better? Both are like this. There's not a comparison, right? There's not a comparison in terms of industry. It's totally based on the client. If they want Power BI, they use Power BI. If they want Tableau, they want Tableau. There's no hard and fast rule. Both are almost same. Just the UI interface is different. Okay. Just the UI interface, so it is different. Anyone you can learn. If you're good in Power BI, Tableau you can master within a week. If you're good in Tableau, Power BI you can master within a week. I was trained on Tableau. Okay. I studied Tableau for 3-4 months. Then Power BI project I got, immediately Power BI learned in just, I think, 2 days. That's all. Because then the interface is different. Concept wise, so you know, right? Now tell me, if you know SQL, now SQL you're running on Snowflake. Suddenly some other cloud you might be running on AWS, on Google Cloud. So will it matter? It won't matter. Here and there syntax. Joins so won't change. Inner join won't become outer join there. Right? Cross join won't become inner join. So that concept won't be changed. It will remain the same. So that's why work on building on the grassroots level. If your roots are strong, nobody can shatter you. Okay. It's required to be learned SAP or SAS. What, Anas? It is required to be learned SAP or SAS. What SAP or SAS? I didn't get you. You're asking, is it required to learn SAP or SAS for data analyst? No. There's 3 skills. Just 3 skills. Always the hot favorite 3 skills for data analyst. SQL, Power BI or Tableau, and Python. That's all. I master these 3 skills. 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. How much month? 6 months. And now to say SQL, I'm mastering you with on the Snowflake. You have extra edge by joining this channel, right? You are learning SQL on the cloud. Cloud also you're adding it in your resume, right? Cloud also you're adding it in the resume. So one arrow you're throwing and it is pointing at it in 2 different directions. Correct? That's why I came out by teaching on cloud. Because if you understand SQL on one cloud platform, you can run in your entire life on any cloud platform, be it in AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, doesn't matter. Only syntax changes. That's all. Syntax changes here and there. Correct? Yes, cloud is actually given an edge for freshers. That's why I'm teaching SQL on cloud, right? It is required. Is it required to learn MSBI, sir, for data analyst? Madhu, what is MSBI? Can you tell me the full form? I'm not sure. MSBI means Microsoft, something is related to that. What is MSBI? I'm not sure what exactly you're talking. If you can elaborate more on that, then I would be able to assess you properly. What is MSBI? Microsoft Power BI. No. I don't think so. Madhu, is it Power BI? If it is Power BI, then of course you have to learn. I think she's referring to something else. Power BI. Yeah, Power BI is mandatory. Yes, of course. Without data visualization, you can't have a career in data analyst. No. You need to learn Power BI and Tableau. I'll teach you. After this, my class will start on Power BI only. After this, I won't start Python. Because if you learn SQL, you can at least apply for a job for a Power BI developer. Microsoft Business Intelligence. Okay, that you are telling. Microsoft Business Intelligence. What exactly is that? I'm not sure exactly. So I can't comment. No. She's referring Microsoft Business Intelligence. Microsoft Business Intelligence, you mean Power BI? Madhu, please specify what exactly you mean. Microsoft Business Intelligence. So Microsoft Business Intelligence, what does that mean? That means Power BI. Okay, Power BI. Microsoft Business Intelligence, that means more aligned to the Microsoft product. Yes, Power BI. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes, of course. Power BI, I'm there. Why you're worried? Power BI, I will make you champion. Don't worry. You will never see such kind of Power BI which I'll teach you. Nowhere you will get that course in free of cost. Totally. So don't pay any amount for the Power BI and all. I'll teach you. Okay. Don't fall in the trap of the workshop and all. Please don't join any workshop. 299 master Power BI in 299, 599, 699. No, you can't master the Power BI in 299. Not even the world top Power BI gold medalist cannot master you in 2 days. No one can in the world. Not even me. Not even me. You need 2 months to master Power BI. Seriously, not even months. You need 2 months to master Power BI. When I say 2 months, yes, I mean, I'm telling you from the experience, not simply as a lame language. 2 months for Python, 2 months for Power BI, 2 months for this one, SQL. 6 months. 6 months is the journey for you, data analyst. Below 6 months, you can. There's no hard and fast rule. You can. Only it depends how much of the hard work you are putting into. In 2 days, you will learn how to log in and see visual. That's all. Yes, that's all. Short. That's all. 2 days. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any more doubt if you have? Just don't skip any of my classes. Even if you are skipping, refer and go it in a sequence, right? Lecture 16, lecture 17, go it in a sequence. You will have a chronology of the flow, right? Still, I have not covered staging in Snowflake. That has to be covered in the second lecture only, but I have not covered. There's a reason why I have not covered, because Snowflake UI has changed completely. That's why. Staging and all, I'll refer it. There's still many things to come, integrating and all. Sir, I create a sample dashboard from your video. David, I saw that. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, then I'll take an off. See you on directly on. Then Monday. If we are not having class, we'll have on Monday. Okay. We'll have on Monday then. Okay. Got it. Okay then. Bye-bye. Take care. I'm signing off for now. Good night. Good night, Neelam. Good night, Anil. Take care. Take care. Good night. Good night. Good night, Ranjit. Good night, David. Good night, Vikas. Bye-bye. Take care. Take care. Study properly. Study well. Okay.